Hello, my friends. I am so glad you can be here with me. This video will be the continuance of my last video. She told me she had been living with a friend of her mother's who had thrown her out of her house and she had nowhere to go. Well, I could not leave this woman and her children out in the cold, so I took them to my house. I let her stay with me for a couple of weeks, and I contacted she had a job, but she needed money, a down payment for a car. And so I contacted this church, and this church was willing to give her a free place to live and free food, I think. And she kept wanting over and over and over some money for a down payment for a car. Well, I thought because God had blessed me so much that he sent her there for me to help her. And so I kept praying, God, how much do you want me to give her? And God was silent. He did not speak. And I prayed over and over, and God was silent every time. Finally, I decided, okay, God, I'm sure you just want me to decide. So I gave her enough money. It was a small down payment on a car. And this woman decided to move in with some other people. She did not want help from the little church. She wanted to mooch off of these other people. She did not want God. She just wanted man's help. God did not want me to help her. Finally, several months later, she avoided me in church from forever, which is fine with me. And then many months later, she came up and she gave me my money back. I never expected to get this back. Actually, in my heart, it was a gift to her. It was a gift to God, to her. But then I learned God didn't want me to do it. And she gave it back. I did not thank her. I thanked God, for it was God who wanted me to have that money back, not her. And then I want to tell you about this other incident. I was preparing to go home one Friday evening or afternoon, and I got a call from one of my friends who was wanting the phone number of one of my doctors. And she started crying and said she was going to have to give her 2 children away, for she did not have enough money to raise them. Well, I told her not to do anything, to let me come over on the next day, Saturday, and talk to her. So Saturday came, and my 2 children and I went over to visit with her, and she had a guest. Well, I was a little irritated because there was some good sales at the mall, and I did not want to stay long. I wanted to go shopping. Well, after her friend left, I started giving my speech about God. And I could tell she wasn't receiving it. And God told me to be quiet. So I was quiet for a while. And then I decided I needed to leave. So I started giving my speech about God again. And this time God told me to shut up. So I told him that if he thought he could do better, then he needs to just start talking. So the Holy Spirit took over, and I stayed, I think, 12 hours. The Holy Spirit ministered unto this girl, and she did not give her children away. The Holy Spirit can do what we cannot do. I didn't get to the shopping mall. I didn't get to go shopping, but I did see the real living God in action. And it was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. There was another experience I'd like to share. There was this girl at work, and she was a new girl, and I wanted to, on break time, I wanted to go over and talk to her. And God told me, do not go over. Do not go over. Do not start talking about me. Just sit. And so I would sit, and I would go get my Coke and sit and read my Bible during my break time. And finally, this girl came over to me, and she said, do you mind telling me about your beliefs of God? She said, you are the only Christian who has not tried to force yourself on me. Right then, I realized again that only God knows the heart of man. Only God knows the timing of man. So I shared my beliefs with her, and we became good friends. Well, a year or so later, her husband was murdered. This was very, very hard on her. So at break time, we would talk, and then after work, sometimes we would talk. She needed to talk about her feelings. I never did think I did anything to help her. But one day I get a phone call, and she tells me that I helped save her sanity, that after her husband was murdered, she had no one to talk to. Her family did not want to hear about it. His family did not want to hear about it. And she said I was the only person that listened to her, and she felt like I had helped save her sanity. I felt like I had done nothing. I did not know that I had actually helped her. Sometimes all we need to do is listen to people. That's all they need. They just need someone to listen to. There's another experience that I would like to share. And it was after returning to church, after divorcing God, I was told to pray for a girl who had just gotten out of a mental hospital. Well, I did. I prayed for her. And when I would pray for her, God told me that I needed to ask her to go with me with the singles group on a bus trip. Well, number one, I didn't want to go on this trip. Number two, I didn't know this girl, and I'm not just going to call a stranger up. And I didn't have her phone number. So I told God I didn't have her phone number, and God kept telling me to call her, to call her, to call her. So I told him, back then we had phone books. We didn't have cell phones. So I told God I would look her up in the phone book. And if she was there, then I would make a deal with God. If she answered, then I'd ask her to go. I knew very few females that had their phone number listed in the phone book at this time. And she had a different last name than her parents, and I thought she lived with her parents. Well, I looked her name up, and lo and behold, her name was there. So I I lost the deal. I dialed the phone. Her mother answered, and come to find out, she didn't live with her parents. She had her own home. Her mother was just over there helping. And she told me her daughter had just got out of a mental hospital and that she did need friends. So I did go to me and her did go to the bus, on the bus, to this activity. We had a good time. We became friends. And then several months later, her mother called me and she told me she was going to have to take her daughter back to the mental hospital, that she was not doing well at all. And I told her, well, if she wanted, I would come over and try talking with her. Well, just when I was getting ready to leave, me and my children, two of my friends drove into my driveway, and they also knew her. And so all three of us and my two children, we drove over there, and we went in, and we chit-chatted with her mother for a little bit, and then my friend came out. My friend looked horrible. Her eyes were glassy. She had dark circles under her eyes. She looked like she was slipping away from this earth. Well, prior to going to her house, I prayed and I asked God to use one of the other two friends I was with, because when God worked through me, I would get all the attention from the people that he reached. And my friends were getting jealous. So I asked God to use one of them. Well, all of us were there, and we were all talking. And I kept praying for God to hurry up and to use one of these friends. Well, all of a sudden, the Lord started talking through me to her. The Holy Spirit started talking to her through me. And I could see her physical being changed. We saw the dark circles under her eyes leave. We saw the life come back into her eyes. We saw a change, a physical change of a person. And I did not know mental illness could cause this much of a change in their physical being. My young children even saw the change in her face. Well, when she did not have to go to the mental hospital, she did not have to go to the mental hospital that night. And on the way home, my friends were not jealous of me at all. They realized it was a work of God, and they praised God for his work. The next video is going to be about visions. I hope you're able to come and be with me. I want you to know that I thank each and every one of you for being with me, and I hope you can come back. Also, I hope all of God's great blessings and health comes upon you and your families. Thank you.